Overtalkers, it's your old pal CJ. We have a very special episode for you this week. Ken, unfortunately, is not here. However, we're discussing the real-life events of Jurassic Park. I'm joined by two very special guests. With me is one of the sous-chefs at the park, Alex. Hello, Alex.
Hello, CJ. Oh, God, it's good to be here.
Thank you so much for being here. And we're also joined by the featured Brachiosaurus. Hello.
Hi. Yes, that's me. Sorry, I'm having a little trouble fitting.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I hope I put the mic out the sunroof in hopes that you might be more comfortable. Do you have a name, by the way? A nickname or?
I do. It's Sarah.
Sarah. Okay.
Yeah, it's short. Well, technically it's Sarah. Like, it's easy to remember Sarah.
Okay,
But
got it.
But Sarah's fine too, if that's easy. In layman's terms.
Like Triceratops. Although
it really it really messes people up.
I hope that's not offensive or anything.
It isn't. You know, I thought it's hard because I think at first they settled on the name first, and then they found out it was a Brachiosaurus, and they were like, "Oh, we'll still keep it." It's very biblical. We're people of God.
Oh, okay.
Dinosaurs of God.
Interesting.
There's a lot to us.
Okay. Well, the only really thing I have to get us started is I wanted to say,
Dr. Grant, my dear Dr. Sattler, welcome to
Overtalking.
Oh, hey, that's me.
that was you.
That was me.
Is that your family?
That's me. Yeah.
In the background?
They're calling me in for lunch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I still live with my family. It's just one of those things.
Hey, that's
I'm sorry.
okay. It's hard out there.
Great.
It really is. I'm in between jobs right now,
Gotcha.
so it's been a little hard.
Yeah.
But you know, we just got to go out there, build your resume.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things.
It's important to get your face out there.
It really is. There's a lot of competition in Jurassic Park, so it's really just you have to stay relevant. You have to go out there, show face, show neck. In my case.
Yeah.
You just got to go out there and kind of hustle, but it's hard out there. It's hard out there, just like everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, in this economy,
In this economy?
don't get me started.
No, you bring up a great point, too. Like, Jurassic Park, believe it or not, the competition is fierce. It's fierce in the fields, from what I've seen, what I've heard. But but just wait until you get into the kitchen.
I bet. It's
Oh,
a big
man.
kitchen, too. There's got to be a lot of people in there.
It's
a big park.
State of the art.
Yeah.
Spared no expense. John Hammond spared no expense in this kitchen. And I feel very lucky to, have had the opportunity to work in it.
Mm-hmm.
But truly, it's like if you can't take the heat, you gotta.
It's got to be an intimidating even interview process. You got to get on a helicopter, fly to the location. And then what happens if you don't get it? You got to just collect your knives and hop back on the helicopter, take the trip off the island. That's
100%. That's
a lot.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it really is like a hat on a hat on a hat. It's like,
but one of those tall hats.
One of the really, really tall hats. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad I got it. It was a great opportunity. But yes, the interview process was rigorous. And let me tell you one thing, the non-disclosures.
Oh, man.
But listen, you think you've seen a long document. No, you haven't.
Really?
You really haven't. No, it's crazy. I couldn't talk about anything. I couldn't
Document's
talk about
longer
you.
than your
You
neck.
couldn't talk about me?
No, I couldn't talk about you. I couldn't talk about any of the velociraptors or the big bones in the big Great Hall.
Those bones, yeah.
Yeah. Secrets are no fun. But, I couldn't say anything.
Did they take away your phones before you?
Oh, that's a great question. Yeah. They put it in those
They
little
did.
baggies that Dave Chappelle hands out for his shows.
They did. Exactly. Just like Mr. Chappelle's shows.
What a great guy.
Yeah, he's the boss. Yeah, he should visit Jurassic Park.
Oh, I would love that. I would
Oh,
love
yeah?
that. I would
A big fan?
I would. Oh my god, I would roll on the floor laughing. I follow him on TikTok. I try to follow you sometimes.
Yeah.
The Wi-Fi is spotty so I don't get to see them much.
I do. Yeah, I do my day in the life.
I love that.
Of a sous chef.
My
Sous chef.
whole
love
family is a huge fan of your culinary arts.
Come on.
No, it really we have dietary restrictions, and you know
Yeah.
that. You know that.
Vegetarian.
It's kind of hard out there. So I mean, it's hard to make plants exciting. It's hard to make salads exciting. But the way you do it,
Come on.
sous chef.
Stop,
Alex.
Like
come on.
that's how I know it's good.
Well,
'Cause
that's
I don't
really
feel like I'm
sweet.
eating dirt every day, and that's important to me.
Yeah.
That's very
How
true.
are those? I was a little skeptical about the sort of like veggie jello molds that were featured. How do those taste? I feel like there was a lot of gelatin foods on the table that was featured, which caught me by surprise. You don't see that a lot these days.
What's so crazy was that John really specified that the food should be geriatric based. It's
Easy to chew.
and yeah, very easy to chew. The target audience is geriatrics,
Gotcha.
which I was like, are we sure? Like, I feel like kids are going to be coming.
Yeah, it seems more like an amusement park.
Yeah, right, exactly. But he really wanted soft consistencies. Is it good? No, it's
Oh,
not.
okay.
It's not great.
Hey, wait, I appreciate the honesty.
But he really wanted stuff that could shake with every step a
Yes.
little bit. And what I will say too, I mean, going back to this point about working on the dishes for the dinosaurs, I would say my favorite actually is the salads that we make for you all.
Oh.
And you want to know why? They don't let us salt any of the meat.
Oh.
Which is so crazy. They're putting in full goats and full cows into these enclosures.
Yeah.
And we truly, Chef Alejandro gets so upset. He's just like, let us do something with this. Let us prepare this.
Yeah.
And they just go, no, they're fine as is.
Yeah,
You focus on the Brachiosaurus meals.
I bet that they eat that right up. I mean,
They really do.
skin
I don't
and
think
all.
they'd actually know any difference, but it really is a little frustrating to not get our grubby little paws in there. But
Yeah, I don't claim to be anywhere near, your skill as a professional, but I like to think I know a thing or two around the kitchen. Yeah. And that's what chefs refer to seasoning. They mean salt specifically. That seems like a basic thing you do with just about any, even veggies. I salt my veggies before roasting them.
Oh.
oh.
Was that bad? Should I not be doing that?
Oh, no, it's just a surprise, a little bit of a surprise. But I think I should have expected that coming from somebody who doesn't have an oven, which I did clock. I did clock in the kitchen.
For listeners that have been following OvenGate, we're still out without an oven. We have a new estimate for those following along. Won't have one until mid-December, so another few weeks.
I mean, truly, now's the time to make gelatin-based cakes and things like that.
I guess you're right.
Lean into your older appetites.
Yeah.
Well, now you and I'm so sorry to say this, but you don't look very well.
I have. It's kind of chronic. And I know you're going to ask me about the sneeze.
Yeah, I mean,
I know you're going to ask me about the sneeze, and I knew this question was coming. Highly embarrassing.
Really?
But as I was telling you, I was in between jobs at the time. I was working, I was grazing, I was kind of doing my thing.
Your previous job, it was
out in the left field.
out in the left
field.
Right, that's right.
It was out in left field.
Less trees over there.
Less trees. It was a little harder. I was in charge of just kind of like chomping the top branches.
Because they don't need lawn care, I'm realizing now. They have all of you to like take care of any trimmings and...
It's a lot. I mean, yeah, we're really good about that. I saw your lawn outside. I can do some damage and good damage with that. I think so.
I won't stop you. Yeah, if you're feeling up for it.
Yeah.
Please.
I'm always up for it. No pun intended, but very much. I'm very much up for it. So I was working out in the field. I was working on my branches. However, I did run out of PTO and sick time. I was sick on the job. And the one time that camera rolled around, I was like, no one prepared me. It's fine. There's another Brachiosaurus, usually kind of a little showboaty.
Is this Donnie?
Yeah, Donnie. God. Yeah, no, I got into a fight with him once. I was in a neck brace for like 4 months after that.
Yikes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that how, like, when fighting happens, is it primarily neck-based or tail?
Well, I have physical limitations. I mean, like, I can barely see. Well, I know I can see my tail, but it's not as we all work out our necks. I do gym day twice a week.
Okay.
And so that's something that I do primarily work on. I want to make sure that I look good, I look fit for the resume.
Yeah.
And just for just to make me look good. And
Yeah, give you that extra edge.
Give me that extra edge. And then freaking Donnie, I feel like he copies me sometimes. But he's really showboaty. He's kind of a little bit more out there, and he doesn't get sick nearly as often. So he was kind of around, and I knew that the camera was probably just going to be on him. So I was going to go into the background a little bit.
Okay.
I was fine in the background. I'm fine there, especially on a day when I'm sick.
Yeah.
And then that little girl was in my area, and I was like, oh my God, she's here. And where there's humans, there's cameras.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't ready. I didn't prepare myself well. I didn't take my Claritin, and I just kind of let it out.
If you don't mind for our listeners.
You do not have the clip.
Yeah.
You have the clip?
Of course, I had to.
Oh my gosh.
It's famous.
Oh, Sneezegate. Let's do
no.
it.
Come on, girl. Come on, up here, girl. Come on. Up here.
Oh God.
God bless you.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, that was.
The little boy made it all better. I
very
was
polite.
like, he's so sweet. I was like, and I'm a person that go out, as I mentioned to you before. I was like, God bless all of us, honestly. I truly could. I was
there was a lot in there.
mortified. It was like
Really?
that day that I was like, you know what? I can just live without it. I was so into my work. I was working throughout the day. I didn't even have time to blow my nose. And here we go. That girl comes, and I'm like, I feel it coming.
You just let it out.
I just felt it coming. I let it all out.
God, no
There's
sick
a
days.
lot in there.
Capitalism strikes again. Am I right?
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't
everywhere.
think, but it's everywhere.
That's what you were saying earlier. Having your clientele or your food aimed more towards geriatrics. It was like maybe that's the only people that can like afford to visit are these people that they have their 401ks saved up and they're retirees and.
That's right.
Oh,
That's right. I mean, you think about, I've been thinking about, because I overhear a lot of conversations, like in the cafeteria, like people talk, and they've been saying they're looking at tickets are like $2K to $10K.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
If you can believe, you're valuable. Like, you're very valuable.
And I'm sure post-pandemic, it's...
Post-pandemic. Yeah.
We all got hit hard.
Yes.
Oh my God.
But travel is back.
Travel's back.
Travel is really back. And it's so... I mean, you hate to see, like, a gatekeeping happening like that. So I'm hoping that that's not the case. But that they do decide to release, like, lower, more attainable tickets for the masses. But
Yeah. I would love to make it out there one of these days.
it'd be great. And the best part about it is that that you're going to see some amazing things, and you won't really even need your floss because you're just eating gelatin cakes and apple tarts and
That's
some
great.
bread.
That actually appeases to me very. I got a gap back here that I hate that I'm always
the
flossing.
worst.
Yeah.
Wisdom teeth.
Yeah. Oh no, don't got any of those anymore. Those got infected and pulled out in college.
Impacted.
Yep. Oh.
Well, it's really, I mean, but I do have to say one thing that's crazy about working in the Jurassic Park kitchen that you don't find in most other kitchens. Mm-hmm. And now it's the dishware. The dishware is insane because, of course, a regular bowl to you, you think it's small.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh, that's right.
But for us, at least, I mean, it really is like
a big cauldron, I imagine, or something.
Yeah, it's giving like 9 by 9 feet.
Dang.
It's crazy. These are big
that's
salads.
small.
We're making
Oh.
big old salads for you,
Yeah, like Elaine always said
Elaine.
from Seinfeld.
Oh, I love that show. Have you seen Seinfeld?
Seinfeld, I feel like maybe it was before my time, but also I'm before your time.
I'm.
in a land before
That's a great.
time.
Yeah.
So I...
Yeah, because
I know a lot of things are coming back.
yeah, you're
So-
but like you were born at the park, but your
Right.
people are from
from long
I hope
ago.
I'm allowed to say that.
Just say, it might be, no, it's okay. I'm not offended.
Okay.
I don't get offended by much stuff.
Well, that's
I'm pretty
good.
loosey-goosey when it comes to just culture. And I'm understanding. I'm an understanding person. But my people are from back then, but it's weird because we're born now. So I haven't caught up on, I haven't heard of Seinfeld.
Oh, okay.
I haven't heard of Seinfeld, but
The show is really good. The guy is kind of like a comedy police, it seems. He gets very upset if people don't follow his rules of comedy. He sort of has given up on colleges because young people don't tend to like him. But the show is really good and holds up for the most part.
They do, and the food in the show always looks great.
Yeah.
food looks fabulous.
That's
Okay.
what you were. Yeah, was like the Soup Nazi episode one of your favorites? Did you write down any of those recipes?
I
or-
love the soup Nazi. I didn't write down any of the recipes. I'm very much I'm very experimental a little bit in the kitchen.
Nice.
So it's just kind of like flying by the seat of my pants a little bit.
Yeah, Sarah, do you get to do you have any say in the menu? Do you make requests at all? Do you guys interact, or is it kind of more of a fixed menu and you're just like, this is fine?
Well, I'm pretty loosey goosey with any of my meals, but when I am trying to kind of calorie count a little bit, I do get to speak to the sous chef, put in a word every so often, just maybe let's more kale, or
Love it.
You
more-
requested carrots.
I did one time. I tried it. It was not green, and I was like, "Are you sure this is still a vegetable or some sort of herb?" And you said yes, so I trusted you. I let you take the wheel on that one.
Wait, did you say Garrett's?
Carrots.
Oh,
Garrett's. Oh, Garrett's. What? Garrett.
sorry,
Oh,
there's
Garrett's popcorn.
Yeah, sorry. There's a thing here in Chicago, Garrett's popcorn. It's a big, yeah.
It's a huge thing. I don't. Is that an herb?
It's.
I mean, kind of.
Do you know? Kind of.
I'm sure.
Do you know corn? Are you familiar with corn? It's like
That's
yellow
nice.
cobs.
Okay.
It's Cobb salad. You remember the Cobb salad?
The Cobb
from last
salad
week?
that you made last week. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Okay, so the
So
yellow
it's like if the corn was expanded and covered in caramel.
Caramel is burnt sugar.
The burnt
It's not,
sugar.
yeah.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a hat on a hat, a little bit.
I saw. Okay.
I agree.
I can imagine it. I can imagine.
It's overrated in my book, unless you're talking about the cheese kind. Anyway.
Yeah.
Jeez, don't get me started on another word I don't know.
No cheese. Oh wow, you are a very strict greens and grains kind of.
But I'm telling you, the carrots.
Yeah.
That was a
Garrett's?
new introduction to the menu, but I liked it. I like trying new foods.
I love carrots.
I love that little pop of orange.
Yeah.
That was nice. In my bed of green.
You eat with your eyes first, right? So,
Yeah, I do, and then it takes me about 30 minutes to come down to the bowl.
To the bowl.
And
Yes.
then I. And
Yes.
so my
What
my
you call
eyes
a bowl, we
have
would call
eaten
like a big cauldron or something.
cauldron.
yeah,
Yeah.
the
Or
small
pot.
bowl.
Yeah.
My appetizer, as you
What?
so graciously probably put it.
It's so lovely too, because I haven't met somebody who loves baby spinach as much as you.
I do. I love my baby spinach.
But for you, just regular spinach, right? For us, it's baby spinach.
It is.
Yes.
It's yeah. Well, it's crazy because it's like these big just heads of spinach. That
Oh
you're
yeah,
just
instead of
down
the
in. It's-
individual leaves.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you-
I ate that right up.
Do you have regular
like-
meals, like our breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or you just kind of you graze all day and it's just more whenever you feel like it?
I graze all day. I have one big meal, so you'll usually come out with about 3 or 4 bowls.
That's what we do. Yep.
Okay.
And that's kind of after my long days of work. But I do graze throughout the day. I intermittent fast every so often too.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, just to
to
keep
stay
it
in
fit.
shape. Yeah.
Keep it
Just to
fit.
keep it fit. Yeah, no, every so often I look over. I know Donnie's chomping on whatever the heck he can. Sometimes I think he's a fake herbivore. There, I said it. I thought one time I
Wow.
saw him eyeing the goat, and I was like, "Are
Oh,
you
wow.
serious? You can't. That
You don't have the
you're
teeth for
gonna
it.
You're gonna throw out. You might die.
You might
I
choke.
don't wanna jinx it, but you might die.
Are you kind of hoping that happens?
But
so you can
also,
get more?
Donnie's such a jerk sometimes that I don't know. I have my own issues with Donnie, so
He'd also be so shocked at the lack of seasoning on that goat. Too.
He maybe.
No salt on that goat.
There's no salt on that goat.
Also, he'll be like, "What's like the furry stuff on it?" Like he'll be like, "What is that?"
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
What did you think it was gonna be? How are you gonna like? He didn't even think. He doesn't think long term. That's why I think he's weird for the job.
I'm sorry you have to deal with that.
Whatever. It's fine.
And just to be clear,
Oh, thank you.
the job is grazing.
It is grazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was an entry level grazer about 2 years ago.
Okay. So you're more or less 2 years old.
Well, as a baby, you don't really have to graze professionally.
Okay.
That's just something I kind of did like with my parents. It's something that I just kind of like learned growing up. The family it's kind of like a family business, I think. So then I kind of knew I knew what it was like going into it. So by the time I hit 3, that's when I was tall enough. I had the height, and my parents are both very tall for Brachiosauruses.
Yeah.
Good genes.
Great genes. So I shot up pretty early. Usually, like my siblings got started on work around 4 or 5, but I was pretty early.
Nice, getting
So
ahead.
I got my head and neck ahead of the game. So then I'm gonna. Did you see my necklace that I'm wearing?
Oh no, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, look
that.
lower. I'm wearing about 42 to 45 necklaces down there.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, I had to. I'm so sorry for mentioning it. But I had to mention it on the podcast
Please.
because I am getting. It is an ad.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm sorry about that.
Good for
But
you.
yeah, we do have like So I think one of the very nice ladies who came by, one of the people that came by to visit us, she did see my neck. She saw a lot of, as she said, real estate for her business as a
Wow.
jeweler. And
Smart.
And she made she made a couple of nice little twig branch necklaces for me. So I
They're
hope
very
they
lovely.
look great. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Now that I've looked in the right direction to see
Yeah,
them,
oh, you see it now?
yeah, they're very nice.
Look lower.
Oh my God, my neck is up here.
And hey, speaking of things we want to mention in the show, there's somebody I want to mention that has been very kind to us that I've been trying these past couple days. It's Magic Mind. This shot that has all these natural ingredients in it. So I take it instead of with my cup of coffee. It's something I've been trying to cut down on. I drink too much coffee. So if you're like me and you drink a lot of coffee, you can just take it with your coffee. I tend to do 1 cup of coffee, then my shot of Magic Mind, then finish the rest of my coffee. Athletes have Gatorade. Think of this as Creatorade. It helps you focus, gives you energy throughout the day. It has matcha, which is more of a slow release caffeine, gives you the mental energy and focus to be productive throughout the day. All natural ingredients. And for our listeners, you can go to magicmind.com/overtalking and use our code overtalking20 and get up to 56% off your first subscription or 20% off your one-time purchase. And hey, if you don't like it, they have a 100% money-back guarantee. So what's not to like? So go to magicmind.com/overtalking, that's overtalking, and use code overtalking20. It tastes great. Chef, recommend it for you specifically.
It sounds great.
Yeah.
It sounds like great flavor as well.
It does. It's just like a tiny little wellness shot, if you will. Yeah. Just take it in the morning and get your day started.
Creatorade.
Yeah.
Creatorade.
And I'm so sorry. There's all natural ingredients.
All
So maybe
natural.
that's something
No
that
sugar added.
Sous chef, keep me in the loop.
I know Chef Alejandro could never.
It's vegan.
That's crazy.
Oh, well, that's up my alley.
I
It is.
love that. Truly, like in the kitchen, we're using so many additives.
Oh, really?
We really are.
Oh, that's no good.
Yeah, it's okay. The food tastes great.
Yeah.
Kids love our ice cream and they love our gelatin.
Yeah, the boy really went to town. He picked that specifically to just like dig into a lot of the cake and gelatin.
Gosh, John's grandson Tim. Yeah.
Oh, bless him.
Bless him. Bless you.
I love that kid. Oh my God, he was such sweet kids.
Yeah.
Very
Such
sweet.
kids.
Yeah.
I wish I got to spend more time with them.
I know.
Yeah. A question I had for you. So was this how you got your SAG card? Was the movie featured in?
My what card?
Oh, no. Were they non-union? Your Screen Actors Guild card?
I don't think.
Oh, no.
Oh no! Was I supposed to get a card after that?
I thought so. I don't pretend to know a lot about the business, but this being a movie review podcast, yeah, there's this union called the SAG-AFTRA, and if you're featured in a film, you should be given a SAG card, so then you can get health benefits, and those might help you with your sick days. And
Oh my gosh, do tertiary characters also get those?
I'm not sure what the minimum requirements are, but I guess
I sneezed once. Maybe I should have made the sneeze longer.
yeah, you had a couple lines, so I would have thought you would have been qualified.
Maybe they. I don't even think I was credited for that.
Oh,
Oh
God.
darn! But I can, I can recognize my voice anywhere and my family's voice. So maybe they just. Oh wow! Now that I know that there's perks,
yeah.
I wish I was on camera more. I just feel so duped. a
No,
little
don't
bit.
feel. Oh, don't
Is
worry.
not
there
your
another
fault.
Jurassic Park after? I hope it gets made into a series.
Oh gosh, I hope so.
Yeah.
That would be great. Wait, don't even worry though. I know I worked in craft catering for a little bit, and so
Oh,
I know
craft.
a few people in the industry, so I can see about pulling a few strings or.
That's
you
very
know.
nice of you.
Well,
really nice.
come on. I that's what I'm here for.
Yeah. You guys seem like friends. Am I picking up on that right?
No, he's he's literally my favorite, and I had to like stalk him a little bit before because I was such a big fan of his work. I'm telling you, I tried to follow you on TikTok with my Wi-Fi, my spotty Wi-Fi, and I saw you as soon as your helicopter was coming. I saw you. You like flew past my eye, and I was like, oh my god, who is that? Because you smelled so good.
Oh,
You
that's
have this
the
really great
Kitchen
smell.
clothes.
It's the almond extract.
Okay, is that what that
Oh,
is?
nice.
Okay.
It just is a little touch, just on my little.
Oh,
on my
as
little
cologne.
vein.
I thought maybe you were bringing that for the kitchen, but that.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
It's good
I'll have to
stuff.
try that.
And it holds all day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I loved that. That's what caught my scent. I caught your scent at first, and then
Yeah.
and then you were the one in charge of bringing out my bowls every so often. And I was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna talk to him.
Wheeling
I'm
him
gonna
out.
talk to him, but I was just so nervous. You looked so cool with your hat and your little pressed vest, and I was like, what do I say to this guy? Do you remember what I said to you that first time?
You did. I do. I
What-
do.
what
You truly. Well, it was so funny because, of course, I'm struggling with pushing the
big bowl.
bowls out.
Oh yeah.
But you were like, "Are those for me? You shouldn't have."
Mm-hmm.
And I go, "Oh no, they are for you, Sarah."
You're like, well, I actually do have to. It's my job. These are.
No, I didn't say that. And then you were like, "You come here often?" Boink boink, and you did this cute little thing with your neck. You were like, you like bent down,
I bent
and then
down
you were like, boop. You kind of like
Right.
poked me with it a little bit.
Yeah, I practiced that twice, and I practiced it just like in front of the water because that's where I can see myself. I was like, I wonder how this looks, and so that's why I call it the double bonk,
Just a little love bump.
the love bonk.
Bonk.
Yeah, it's just like I hope he notices me. That's what
I did. It really was very, very sweet. It was that was my first day, so I was
Oh, wow.
really nervous.
Yeah.
Dang.
I didn't even know if he would notice me. Honestly, I was just kind of in the back. But
You're doing yourself a disservice. You're very noticeable. I was a
Really?
big fan of. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
freaking take that, Donnie.
Yeah.
Take that,
Suck
Donnie.
it, Donnie.
Yeah,
I don't even know him, but I'm on your side.
Thank you.
yeah.
He sounds like a jerk.
I know Donnie, and he is a jerk. He always goes. He truly because they don't want us serving vinaigrette or anything on any dressing on the salad because obviously, of course, for dietary
The
restrictions.
restrictions.
But he is always just like, oh, where's my raspberry vinaigrette? No.
Donnie, we've talked about this. You
Yeah.
can't have it.
No, truly, you're gonna get a mound of excrement if you have vinaigrette, and he just doesn't understand. I just think he's not the brightest bulb in the shack a little bit.
Yeah,
He's a showboat, as you said.
a showboat that just doesn't really understand like how he can take care of himself, and it's just like it really irks me. We just have different lifestyles. It's just like a clash
Yeah.
of personality. It is.
Is he the kind of person like you're all around in a herd and then he walks up and you all kind of leave and like no
A
one
little-
wants to?
Yeah, and that's when I kind of feel bad because like we have our chunks down for like our morning meeting, and like I'm kind of talking about like my feelings about what's going on at the park. Yeah, when he comes, I just know that he's either gonna monopolize the conversation, make it all about him. So then, me and my friends were just kind of like, oh, I think there's a nice tree over there, and Sarah, do you want to do you want to join? And then I go, sorry, Donnie. But like, yeah, one time he pushed me, I think, on purpose, near the water. And I didn't like it. So,
Yeah.
I kind of whacked him with my neck.
Good.
Twice.
Do you want him to hear this of all of this? Is this like a?
Oh, does he follow you?
I don't know. I haven't checked today, but
You know what?
I can like send it to him specifically. I get if you want this to get out there, maybe he'll change his ways.
I just feel like if he'll stumble upon it, he will. But if this does get to him, Donnie, I think you should watch it. And I think sometimes you make the people around you uncomfortable, and just watch your neck.
I love that.
Well said.
I love that. It's the warning I think he really needs. I mean, he's really gotten out of control. Like, we were talking in the kitchen, and we were just like, man, that Brock, he is not... That Brock
I like that. Do you have a nickname for that? You shorten it to...
No, we just shortened the name.
Yeah.
Of the Velociraptors are the Vels. And the Tyrannosaurus Rex, of course, is the T-Rex.
Oh, okay. That one I know. That one I'm familiar with.
Did you coin that?
No, we didn't actually. No, we lifted that one a little bit from popular science culture.
Yeah, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right?
If it's not broken, don't fix it. It's so. Although Chef Alejandro, if it isn't broken, he will try. He will still try to fix it.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah,
Very
and I'm not
controlling.
afraid of him hearing this.
Okay. He knows that's a weakness of his, or
I think he does.
Yeah.
He's just very much, we'll plate a dish and everything looks great. And he goes, wait. It needs one more thing. We go, uh-oh, because we see him grab the ladle and he goes over to his pot and he gets, of course, a big heaping mound of Jell-O. And he can't help but spoon it onto the plate, which is so... It's just like the salmon didn't need.
yeah, that's an
Jell-O.
interesting choice.
It is, but as a sous chef, I mean, you really only can say so much.
Yeah, there is a hierarchy in the kitchen.
There is that hierarchy in the kitchen. Similar to a herd. I won't lie. Like it's very much like we all have to follow Chef Alejandro. I of course carry out the orders, and sometimes the order. I mean, most of them are applesauce and gelatin cake, but
Yummy.
it's very yummy, but it's also just it's a little bit taxing, a little bit
Yeah. Are you putting in long hours?
long hours.
Yeah.
Really long.
Do you go
hours.
home after work, or do you or do you live on the island?
Well, we all live in the staff quarters.
Oh, okay.
They didn't show it, I don't think, in the film, but
No, I don't remember that.
no, yeah, but they're very nice. They're like one. It's kind of like communal bathrooms and then one sort of twin bed per
Oh.
room. So they're pretty small.
Kind of like dorms, like that size of a room?
A little
you're talking-
bit.
Okay.
Yeah. But then, of course, should there be a tropical storm, God forbid, as we've
Oh,
seen.
God forbid.
Yeah.
God forbid.
Seems to happen a lot over there.
Well, that's Isla Nublar for you. But it's... so otherwise, then they'll send a ship and we'll evacuate the island, so...
Oh, you do have to fully leave. They don't have like a storm shelter or somewhere?
We did. Well, that's where we went when, excrement kind of hit the fan a little bit recently. So
It's okay. You can swear on the show. We got.
No, I'm okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
We get enough.
I don't
of
mean to
it.
pressure you into it.
No, it's fine. And Sarah, you probably feel
Park
this way too.
lingo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just park. It's just something that we. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm even more used to that lingo.
Yeah.
Excrement hitting the fan.
Yeah.
Excrement hitting the fan, or a scat hitting the fan. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot you're religious. You probably don't curse a lot. Yeah.
Not
Sorry.
much.
I didn't.
It's pretty conservative at home, but I'm excited for the holidays.
You excited for the holidays?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys do a big thing? Yeah. Well, Christmas is coming up in about a month. Is that a big deal on the park?
Oh God, is it a big deal? Yes.
It's the biggest deal.
It's the
in the
biggest
world.
deal. Lord, yes. I mean, we sprinkle some glitter onto the salads so that there's a little bit
It's
of
festive.
celebration.
It's very festive. I think you guys put up lights.
We put up some lights, yeah.
But put up some lights, and I kind of see that down there. And then you ask me to like put a star on a tree,
Well,
which is very
agreed.
cute. But like, that's very true. Which I think is my favorite part.
It's nice to be needed.
It's nice to be needed. I'm like, this is kind of, that's why I love being a Brack so much, because I'm like, at least I can take care of whatever is so many kilometers up there.
Right,
Like
yeah.
I can take care of that. But yeah, I just I love that. We get together with all the other dinosaurs as well. I keep my distance from the carnivores.
Right.
Yeah, is that kind of a thing? Like, I don't know if y'all understand this reference, but Benny and the Jets are like the
So we don't get to interact that much.
not the song,
just-
but the yeah.
I've heard it. It sounds like you're right.
It sounds.
I think
yeah.
I think I got it a little wrong, but you guys know what I mean, right?
Yeah, we understand. We gotcha.
We got it.
It's a little bit. Yeah, you guys keep it pretty separate.
We keep it pretty separate.
You guys keep it green. They keep it red because of all the blood.
Yeah, and it
But-
works out for Christmas
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, those are the two colors.
because the two colors.
it does.
I know they mean well. I know it's just like a different lifestyle. So we have to keep separate for our safety. But I have a pen pal, who's a T-Rex, and we send some messages back and forth. So it's kind of it's like a nice little you guys would say interfaith, inter
Species.
species.
Yeah. I'm more impressed that the T-Rex can write notes.
It's very limited. Yeah, so he has different limitations.
Yeah, with those hands. I didn't think. How's
I
the
think
penmanship?
someone helps. I think someone
okay,
tries
yeah.
to help him.
That's probably easier.
Maybe, yeah. It's sometimes I think it's harder for him, but I'm telling you, people get creative.
They
but
really do.
they really do. And in the park, it's we're all different. We have our strengths and weaknesses, but people just get creative.
I like it.
We're around. We take care of whatever we need to.
It was very fun because I remember last year when you all came a Carolyn.
Oh
to
my
the
gosh!
main lodge. It
That's.
was
I
very
mean,
fun.
they sort of feature that a little bit in the movie. They have the dinosaurs singing. The guys trying to attempt to like interact with them, and
That's right.
yeah.
It truly and it was just beautiful songs. Beautiful songs.
Do you guys have like? It seems like it's mostly bassists. Is there like is someone's a soprano and you have your tenors or?
It's mainly bass.
Yeah.
It's we have a lot of all bass.
Would you say that you're all about that bass?
Oh my gosh, no trouble. Sorry,
Probably no treble because you're all bass.
because I'm all bass. Thank you. Yeah, I would say I'm all about that bass, and I actually do know that reference because Megan Trainor visited the park once.
That's right. That was a big day.
That was the best day at the park.
That's sort of going back to I think it's for rich people. I think it's just kind of like
Yeah, she came with
wealthy people.
all four of her grandparents, and they enjoyed the food.
They did. Oh, that's good. I actually hadn't heard that feedback. That's great.
Yeah, they could not stop raving about the food. And then she came out, did a concert for us.
Oh wow.
I got called on stage. I got pretty excited about that.
Really?
Dang.
So yeah, and I got to sing a couple of chords with her. It was really
Oh,
nice.
Wow.
That's right. I caught the tail end of that. Yeah.
Yes, the tail
And
end.
that you were behind the stage and you could only see.
Well, no. Well, I mean, we're in the kitchen. We're working.
Yeah.
9 to 9, but yeah, it was just a great day. It felt like a great day for everybody at the park. Like it just felt a big release of stress, of tension, and so
Everyone kind of got like the afternoon off or something to.
that's right,
go.
to just lounge around a little bit and
That's good.
Yeah,
be
kind of
lackadaisical with Megan Trainor and
It
her
was great.
lovely husband, Daryl Sabara. So
big fans. I'm big fans.
big
of both.
fan.
Both of them. Okay.
Both of them
Great
in there,
for-
and the little baby. I heard they had a little baby. It's
They
very
do.
cute. Very
Yeah, he has little glasses.
cute.
He
So
wears.
cute.
His little glasses.
I'm sorry to hear that feedback didn't make it back to you though. You think that like if somebody was raving about the food, somebody would have told you.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we get a lot of visitors, so it's just kind of like the rigmarole. A little
Yeah.
bit. But it's always lovely to see. It's always lovely to see somebody enjoying the food and to hear about it as well. But I do want to just mention real quick. And now he has a very Chef Alejandro. He told us he told me specifically last week. He was like, this Christmas we're we're gonna mix things up, Alex. And I was like, really? Are we? Like, what are we gonna do differently? And you know what he said? He's like, we're gonna put cranberries in the Jello.
Oh.
Like red cranberries in the green Jello, I thought. And I was like, oh, well, that is... I mean, it's certainly just not plain Jello anymore. And so
That's something.
That's good.
That's
Baby
different.
steps a little bit.
I was expecting some big, festive, maybe like a ham or cookies or something, but just I don't know. I got to be honest, I'm a little disappointed if I were to hear like, oh, we have a big deal this year. We're adding cranberries.
He's
Be like,
so...
oh, is that not standard? That's a big deal.
I know. He's what you would call a very conservative creative, I would say.
So not creative.
Well, he's my boss, so I'm not gonna.
Oh
say
yeah,
that,
sorry,
but,
I don't want to. Yeah,
no, that's okay. But I certainly, if I had my way, we would be having turducken.
Oh wow, okay.
We would be,
So you're a carnivore.
I am a carnivore. And I wasn't gonna bring this up, but it is kind of one of my goals. I would love to attempt to make something. And please forgive me, not Brachiosaurus, but I would love to make something from dinosaur.
Wow, Sarah, how do you feel about hearing that?
It's not the Brachiosauruses that I would go after. I mean, there's not.
Do you have one in mind?
Oh.
I do actually.
Well, I have a dinosaur if you want to take care of it.
Donnie.
Donnie.
Right.
Listen,
They'd have my hide. Oh, are you gonna sneeze?
I was gonna sneeze and say his name, but here I am.
Uh-oh. Oh my gosh.
Oh, bless you.
That was a very small one.
It's so tiny.
So tiny.
Sorry. What?
Did that sound like an atomic bomb for you guys? I apologize.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. Oh, it seems like there's another one coming. Do you need a?
I'm so sorry. Do you have a napkin?
Yeah, I can get you something.
Okay, I'm sure we'll get it.
Here's
up
a
here
bed
sometime.
sheet.
Oh, that's right.
There you go.
I'm sorry if I got some on you guys.
That's okay.
No worries. No worries.
I think it's time for me to take my medicine again. Seasonal allergies.
Yeah, I hear ya.
The
Crazy.
worst. That's a really interesting new recipe idea that you have to make something out of dinosaur. It's just kind of I've never heard anyone do that before, so it's hard for me to kind of like fathom. And and raised in a conservative herbivore conservative household, that's just not something that I would have thought of.
No, definitely. Well, no, definitely. As I said, I have one in mind. I would love to, and now the name, of course, is escaping me, but the little dinos that have the little,
the things that stick out of their face.
The little
Kinda
fan when they're trying to spray their
goo?
prey with the blinding goo. I think I'd love to try to make something out of them because they're smaller, and I think we could actually handle that in the kitchen. We have a big kitchen, but not big enough for like a T-Rex or
a brack.
Well, we're not gonna cook a brack.
Yeah, sorry.
But I think
I have your word on that, right?
You do.
You can quote him now.
Don't even worry. Don't even worry. It's just, but anyway, I think they would have great flavor. They are meat eaters.
Yeah.
And actually, believe it or not, their blinding goo is similar to roe, fish eggs.
I was going to ask about that. If it's kind of like squid ink, or you would use that as part of the meal.
It is. You got to be careful a little bit, but you would use it as like a delicacy.
Okay.
And it would, Chef Alejandro, I've told him about this goal, and he's actually pretty interested, which I thought, that's pretty cool that he's kind of open-minded. But he was like, he's such a economist. He's such a capitalist in the sense of he's like, oh well, we'll cook it and then we'll put it in little tins, and I'm like, just like escargot or what's the other? They're like little.
Roe, like you said earlier? Or?
Not roe. It's
Caviar?
Caviar. Thank you, Sarah.
Sorry, I mean it's
Have you had caviar?
I haven't. I've only heard on the Real Housewives every so often on my TikTok.
Oh, I love that.
I know they're coming up with new episodes, so they've mentioned it once or twice.
Yes.
I'm not a fan. It's very salty.
Yeah, I had to Merriam-Webster dictionary at one point because I was confused. I was like, fish eggs?
Yeah.
It didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only ever had it when somebody else bought it, and I was like, I don't get why rich people like this shit. It's overrated in my opinion.
Oh gosh. Eating on someone else's dime though
That's the best.
it does make everything taste even better.
When you know it's free.
It's free.
Yeah.
You know?
Sorry, guys, you have nothing to compare it to because
I'm
you've always.
trying to think. I mean, a lot of my trees are free, so I never had to. I mean, and they do taste better than whenever I've had to pay for it. The only time I've had to pay for a meal is when I travel to the other side of the field.
Okay, the right field.
The right field. That's a little bit. It's different. I had to buy my food there, and that was kind of weird.
That is so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's a different kind of like economic thing that happens at the park.
Huh.
In a way for them to make money off, the already existing residents.
Yeah.
So I buy my food on the other side of the field. Yeah, I mean it was kind of whatever. It kind of had like a Tuscany feel.
Oh.
Interesting.
To my belief.
Were there breadsticks?
Was I vegetarian?
Breadsticks?
But I don't.
Were they unlimited?
They were unlimited. Yeah, they did some sort of seasoning to the branches. It seemed unlimited.
Oh,
that was the best part. That was actually my favorite part.
Okay.
And then the leaves. They only gave me one leaf.
Really?
And that's when they were like, "This is a 5-star restaurant. Like this is kind of all you get." And I was like,
more is better or less is better, rather.
Yeah, and I was like, "Have you seen my size?
Yeah.
This is a grain of salt." I was confused, and then they charged me like 5 times as much. It was ridiculous. I was like, "This is what rich people do all the time."
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, that's why I just watched them on TV. I stuck to the Real House.
No, that sounds good. People and dinosaurs with their money.
People and dinosaurs with their money. I really hope they expand and make a Real House dinos. That would be really fun for me.
That would be great.
I would watch that.
I would watch that in a heartbeat. I would be a part of that. I feel like my mom is so dramatic. I'm like, she always like faints and she's like, "Oh my god, she's a meteor or whatever." She keeps pretending. She's very theatrical. And I feel like she definitely adds some spice to that show.
Well, guys, I hate to say this, but I think we're coming to the end of the show here. There's one final thing we like to do, which is find out how we thought the movie was. So it's time for ratings. You've heard us debating. We know you've been waiting. So now it's time to hear our ratings. All right, Sarah, I think we'll start with you.
Please.
How would you rate the movie Jurassic Park based on your real life experience?
Based on my real life experience, my documentary. That I was a tertiary character of. Got no card after.
Yeah, follow up with your agent about that.
I will. I really will. It was a fun. It was kind of like America's Funniest Home Videos. I feel like it was just like one of those things. Oh my god, they caught that dino doing that. They caught my friend Becky Loki dying as a Triceratops, and I was like, it's okay. Like she just woke up, and everyone's like, she's dying. I was like, no, that's just what she looks like in the morning. So I laughed during that part. I was like slapping my knees. It was fun. It was a fun movie. I would say an 8, and I hope to be a part of another one if they make it.
Yeah. All right.
It'd be great if they turned this into a series.
That would be great for me. I feel like.
Yeah.
It'd be great for the park.
It would. It'd be great advertising.
I have something to tell you both about that maybe after the show. I don't want to break your hearts, but I have some news about whether or not it's a franchise.
That'll be a fun little conversation afterwards.
Also, really quick aside, America's Funniest Videos, one of the best ska songs around is the theme song. Anyway, Chef Alex, what did you think about the movie?
I thought it was a very fun romp.
Mm-hmm.
I was glad that I wasn't glad. I was very sad to see my colleagues die, kind of. But more so, I was very excited that some of the food got center stage, and my manager was in it. Chef Alejandro was.
Yeah.
He was in it very briefly.
Yeah, for a hot sec.
For serving a nice lunch that we had worked tirelessly on, and John was very specific in being like, no Jell-O.
And also, no one
Jell-O.
eats it. They sit down at that table with all these nice meals, and nobody touches the food. And then they're like, well, we got to go.
You know how moral quandaries can be. They can be all-consuming. So,
Good point.
So, I understand, like, they were kind of shocked and so forth. But then later in the film, of course, our handiwork gets recognized again. I think the hardest part, two most difficult parts for me was watching our kitchen be absolutely destroyed. My holy place, a little bit. It truly, I'm sad because some of those pans that I brought.
Oh, wow.
They were, now
They're
they're
yours.
dented to hell. So, I really hated that my favorite little nook was kind of on display for everybody to see when your snotty little girl.
I'm sorry.
No, you didn't do
Oh,
anything.
no. I'm sorry.
Oh, thank
I
you.
continuously apologize for the snot, but the girl, she deserved it sometimes.
She did.
Okay, difficult on set.
But
Love the boy. Love the boy.
Yeah.
Love him.
It's
Very
such a
polite.
sweetie, very cute. But the and the other thing that I noticed was that all of my scenes were cut.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Yeah.
Well, I was in it.
Dang.
I was, and I was, just talking about life on the island and how hard we all work,
Oh, wow.
and just that the guys the guys and the whole staff has put in countless hours to make Jurassic Park what it is.
Yeah.
Somehow that didn't seem to make the film, which I just think it's a little. I think it's a little funny.
Yeah.
But
Also,
it's-
I'm realizing now, I apologize if that was an insensitive question to ask you how you thought about the film. It seems pretty traumatic for both of you.
Yeah.
Sorry to make you sit through that, but I appreciate it.
No, it's fine. I mean, I knew those guys, that passed, but I didn't really cross paths with the science freaks very often.
Freaks,
So,
okay.
we're busy whipping up salads and gelatin and stuff. So I would say my rating, in answer to your question, would be I would say it's probably a 6 or a 7.
Okay.
Because it was kind of hard to watch.
Yeah. I bet.
But
I'm sorry to hear all of that. Because for me, I give this like a 10 out of 10. I think it's a great
Oh,
movie.
you thought it was great.
Yeah.
you really loved it.
I
Oh my
really
God.
loved it.
There were so many deleted scenes. I almost wish you saw,
Yeah, the
sous-chef.
uncut version.
They had a couple of different plot lines. There was like there was like a romantic plot line at one point too, between like a dinosaur and another a scientist.
Dang, yeah, I didn't know any of that.
Actually-
There's
I
a
gotta
reason
say-
it didn't make it.
Yeah, I've
There was no
seen it
chemistry.
more than once. This was a rewatch for me, and I loved it again. So I'm sorry to hear all that you guys were negatively impacted by it. But as me, the viewer, it was great.
It's hard to. I mean, yeah, it's hard to see your place of work, your home,
Yeah,
get ravaged, absolutely ravaged, and people just use unkind words as well, of like these animals.
yeah, true.
Yeah, I mean it's weird because you just see one part of the park. There's so much more to it, and I hope they do make another film just because like there's so many more species and parts, and I'm sure there'll be more visitors that'll have more interaction. I think it would just be a good thing for everyone to see and really appreciate the dinosaurs, the staff,
The
Yeah.
staff, of course.
of course, and just
Yeah, I'm really
see how
sorry
it-
I have to be the bearer of bad news, but we'll save that for after the show about whether or
so
not they make.
excited to hear about this.
It would be great to hear that there's something else in the plans, because obviously,
Yeah.
like this movie, like it showed a lot. Yeah, you're right. Like there's like 1,000 stories that have yet to be told.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a good news, bad news situation there, but I'll let you know after the show.
Okay.
It'd just be great to get some people back there.
Yeah.
There's people back, and
Like get the band back
drive-
together.
get the band back together. Let's drive some sales and let's sell some gelatin.
I would say.
Maybe a weird question to ask a Brachiosaurus, but do you have anything to plug or any words of wisdom here? I know you mentioned you're on social media. If there's anyone you want to give a shout out to, or
Yes. So you can follow me at the real Zach Brack, but it's my caption is not Zach Brack. Also my name is Sarah. So that's where you can follow me. That's where I have a LinkedIn as well. As you know, I'm in between jobs. Yeah, I look forward to getting back out there again. And please, if there's any jewelers out there, I have a very, very large neck.
yeah, looking for that SpawnCon.
So any of that sponsored content, please.
On the mainland, there's a great jeweler, Zales. I don't know if you've heard of Zales,
I haven't.
What a great plug.
but they're
The
fantastic.
jeweler sales.
If they have like some sort of diversity program, if they need, some another species,
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
be happy.
Yeah.
If you can tag that if you can tag us together, connect us, that would be great.
Chef Alex,
you.
anything for you?
Believe it or not, I've been considering a different gig. Social media manager, just for my own kind of cookware line. It's called Molds Are Us, and it's different gelatin molds for all of your needs. For baby showers, we have gelatin molds in the shapes of babies. We have gelatin molds in the shapes of puzzle pieces if you're having a little puzzle party. And we have gelatin molds in the shapes of massive bowls.
Gotta.
Oh,
big
love that.
bowls.
Oh, I love that. I'd have to come
Salad bowls.
come around and see that.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh my gosh.
And so it's Molds Are Us. We're on Instagram. We're on X. We've got to get on Threads. Not on Threads yet, but
I don't think you need to.
Okay. Well,
Seems like it's kind of dying.
Well, CJ, this is a business,
Is it
so
Yeah.
it's a place of work.
Did it extinct?
You're
So-
right. I think it's still there. The show is technically on Threads, but
Extinction for Threads.
Threads on the verge of extinction.
I would know. I'm well versed in my history.
But it's been great to be here. So
Yeah, thank you,
thank
Paul.
you so much.
if either of you ever make it to the mainland more often, come to Chicago. There's a lot of good comedy here. Like
What?
personally, just the other day, I was at the IO Theater and caught this team Whimsy Lohan. They're fantastic.
They sound great.
You can follow them on Instagram at Whimsy. That's WHIMSYLOHAN.io on Instagram, or go to the IO website and check out their shows. They're a hoot. And then a friend of mine also has another account at Uncivilized.
Oh, that
Very
sounds
fun.
Great.
That's such a fun play on words.
That
Yeah,
really is.
So
love
like
that.
uncivilized, but they're siblings,
That's
and so it's
really good.
I love
unsymbolized.
that. I
Yeah.
love a good family content. I love family content. I love that so much.
And if you want to
Clever.
follow the show, we're on all the things at Overtalking Pod. We are on TikTok now at Overtalking Pod. What's up, Gen Z? I've been making reels and videos and stuff like that. Last week's episode, we did Citizen Kane. There's a bunch of videos for that out there. So go check those out. You can email at us like actor Wayne Knight did at overtalkingpod@gmail.com. Go to our website, overtalkingpod.party. Call or text us at USACat 1591.
Wayne Knight from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, friend of
Wayne?
the show. Wayne Knight, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You know, he's really a good guy. I think the movie didn't really do him justice, but he's really a great guy.
He was mad at us in his email. He thought we should be rating the Fast and Furious movies higher than we did.
Oh.
That was predominantly what his email was about.
Wow.
Oh, God. Well, he is an opinionated
so
man.
Funny.
Yeah.
He was so funny. He cracked me up.
Yeah, I'm really hoping to get another email from him now that we've reviewed one of his movies, but we'll see.
That would be great.
Please do. Excuse me, I have to sneeze again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we should.
Smallest
Where's
little
that
sneeze.
blanket?
Yeah. All right, we should let you go.
Sorry, I'll take care of this.
Here's another bed sheet.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna run out of those. Next week we're kicking off holiday month. See you all then. Bye.
Happy holidays.
Bye.
This episode of the Overtalking Podcast was edited and produced by CJ. This week's special guests were Ryan Hultman and Najah Bhatty. Music by Justin Peters. Logo by Nate Richards. Check out Nate's work on Instagram at Nate Richards Designs.